Good afternoon. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Sunday, October 31st. Hope everyone has a happy Halloween this evening. But let's jump into the stock charts right now. Very, very, very important week coming up. Early this week, we have the midterm elections on Tuesday. We also have a two-day Fed meeting on Tuesday and Wednesday. And on Wednesday, we get the announcement, latest Fed decision, i.e., what the quantitative easing, the QE2, the size of that package is going to be. We should find that out on Wednesday. We also have a lot of earnings reports this week as well, so it's going to be a very, very interesting week. Looking at the indice charts, here we have the 15-minute chart, and you can see we've got a nice little symmetrical triangle that's formed on the 15-minute time frame. Breakout is 1150, let's say, would be our breakout range, and support is 11,075 points. If we are able to get a break on this, which actually looks like we possibly could, just the way the moving averages are set up, the MACD is set up, I think we're going to get at least a gap up in the morning. Of course, a caveat to that, all depends on what the dollar does this evening, which is, the dollar's pretty much been ruling what this market does, at least in the near term. Looking at the Dow daily chart, you can see here over the last week we've been consolidating around the 20-day exponential. If we actually pull out and take a look, this is the 2-year chart on the Dow. We've got that double top here at 11,258. If we get everything that we want this week, i.e., the Republicans pick up some seats in the House, Democrats keep control of the Senate, we are looking really, really good if we get a break above that 11,250 area at a move to 12,000. That's the level we'd be looking for on that breakout. Now, we do have a lot of people talking about, it's already been priced in, QE2 has been priced in, Republicans picking up the House has been priced in. You've got a lot of the quotation mark experts on TV saying, hey, let's expect a sell-off next week. A lot of people are expecting a sell-off next week, and it's kind of reasonable to expect that, just given the size of the move we've had. October, another fantastic month, just like September, but we had these same clowns in September, at the end of September, saying, hey, we had a really good September, October is going to be a red month. Whenever you see the most saying something or on one side of the trade, the opposite usually happens when it comes to the market, and I would think the possibility of that exists here as well. SMH, quick mention on that, continues to break out. If we actually take a look at the SMH, multi-year breakout in progress here. If we get a break above that 30-33 level, we could be looking at some serious upside on the SMH. And, we've got a golden cross happening on the SMH. We've got one on the NASDAQ, one on the S&P 500. We had one on the Dow. And I'm going to post a couple of articles on the website, so go check the articles site. But there are some very nice articles out. There is just so much bullish potential for this market, at least in the next 3 to 6 months, that it should put a smile on everyone's face. We've got a lot of cyclical things lining up here. Midterm elections. Whenever there is a midterm election, typically the market is up in the 90 days that follow. I believe the stat is 8% on average. Whenever there is a midterm election and the Republicans can gain control of the House and the Democrats have the Senate and the presidency, the market is up substantial in the next 6 months. Also, we have the presidential cycle statistic, where the third year of a presidential cycle is usually a big up year, and next year is the third year of the cycle. There are lots of bullish potential out there right now, and if I was a short in this market, I would seriously be worried right now, because there is a lot that can go wrong for you in the near term. US dollar, of course, this is going to move depending on the size of the QE2 this week. Looking at the dollar chart, if it's unable to get above 79 this week, I really think we're going to see the lows back in December tested. So we're looking at, 5% plus downside on the dollar in the near term. And for now, that will be viewed as a very bullish thing for the market. Let's jump into some stocks now, and if we've got time at the end, we'll come back and do some more discussion on the overall indices. NEI, very nice volume move on Friday. We got that breakout. Too bad it was on the close on a Friday at $1.70, traded as high as $1.72. Very nice breakout on this stock. Chart looks great. We've got RSI in a nice upswing. Positive MACD cross on Friday. ADX is sprinting higher. We've got stochastics breaking up through 50, unbalanced volume on a nice upswing, and this chart just looks great. As I mentioned in the chat room, wasn't enough time to send out an alert. We added to our positions on this one, 170 and under. Our target now has been upped to the 200-day moving average. That is at 216. And this little chart here you see on the side, this is the Fibonacci retracement. From the August highs to the September lows, a 38% fib retracement of this tank takes us to the 206 level. NEI's got earnings this week, and this is actually a play. I may actually, I've got a rule of thumb, don't play earnings. The risk is pretty high. I think I might actually hold some into earnings. NEI was profitable last month or last quarter. They revised their guidance down slightly, and it resulted in the stock losing 60% of its value. It actually happened in the time the market sucked as well, so this tank move was overdone, in my opinion. This is a quality play. They guided for this quarter for a loss of 300K or net income of 300K. I think they might come in on the upside, and the reason being EMC is 60% of the revenues, and EMC a week or so ago upped their guidance. So if EMC is doing well, NEI is doing well, and they are in this perfect segment right now, cloud security storage, and I think we could have a very nice week on NEI this week. PKT, our little Amex tech stock, big volume over the last 2 days. Volume exploded on Friday, and we got a break through that 58 level. Traded as high as almost 62 cents, looking very, very nice. These guys report earnings on Tuesday. You recall when we initially jumped into this stock a couple of weeks ago, I gave some research. These PKT in their last earnings report said that they were doing trials with 14 Tier 1 telephone companies, 60-day trials. Those trials would be up right now, so we should and could see a press release tomorrow or Tuesday on a contract win. And if we do, it would be off to the races on this one. 65, 75 cents are our targets here, with support right now at the 8-day moving average down there at 54 cents. But as I mentioned earlier in the week, volume on this stock, when volume comes in, this stock moves big, and volume is coming in, so time for that little big move. HILL, another one of our tech plays. Since we originally jumped on this one in September, we are now looking at 100% gain almost on this one, and we've got another chart breakout here. First target is a move to 215 to 220, and then above that we're looking at 283. Like NEI, I believe HILL is a strong buyout candidate over the next couple of months, several months. I mean, this sector is just booming right now, and companies are scrambling to pick up market share, and there's not a whole lot of these stocks left or companies left. Hill and NEI are two of those. Golden Cross on HILL, and it continues to move nicely higher, and we should see a continuation move early this week. New trading alert on Friday, COSI. This is one we played earlier in the year when it broke, back in April, when it broke through one. Ended up running 45% over the next couple of weeks. Fast food play, but it makes money. It's beaten down, and we've got a very nice chart breaker that happened at $1.10 here. We're looking for a move to 125 to 145 here. Golden Cross is happening right now. We get that confirmation tomorrow, and that should add to the power move on this nice little gem of a play that makes money. And, we've got a lot of private equity funds moving in and gobbling up fast food plays like COSI recently. So definitely a strong buyout candidate here. And these are the kind of stocks that are doing very well in this market. HLCS, one of our little biotech plays, been acting really, really bullish over the last couple of sessions. It's been trading water between the 20-day and 50-day exponential. A break over 50 cents should light this one up, and I think this is going to be a very nice play for us this week. Target is 65 cents. RSI held the 50 level and is starting to build. MACD is strong. Check out stochastics. We got that spike back to 50 and then doing another continuation move. This is the mirror action we saw when we jumped into this stock back in August, right before it went on a 50% move. Actually, it went on a 100% move. Went from 45 cents to 85 cents. Right now, we're just looking for, 25% or more from here. with minimal downside risk at this stage. So keep a very close eye on this one. If we get any sort of volume, we could see a fat move on this week. SHZ, our short play over the last few days, broke down exactly as we expected. Hit that 20-day exponential on the downside. Just a classic pump chart sell-off. It's the best way I could describe it, acting exactly as we expected. Next downside target would be a move to 165 to 185. A break at 2 would probably where you'd look to add another short if you are short on this one for another 10% downside. As I mentioned in alert, book 3/4 gain. Trail your stops now to 250 on this one and just enjoy the ride back down on this elevator. And just a classic setup of a hyped run that, like they all do, gives it all back. So that's it for stock plays going into this week. We're just going to focus on a couple of plays. Love the breakout on NEI. Definitely be looking to add to positions on this one tomorrow morning for a very nice upside move. There's very little resistance here, and I think they're going to surprise us on the earnings report this week. PKT, Hill, and Kosi also look really, really good for continuation moves. Going to be a very interesting couple of days here on the market. So if you can, definitely come into the chat room. And that's pretty much it for the video. Definitely go to the website. Check out a couple of those articles I posted on the bullish cyclical indications we have for the market in the near term. And I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Goodbye.